Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at GXS, cryptocurrency analysis and prediction. Welcome back to Crypto Cash. This is your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency analysis. Before we get a look at GXS, just please consider subscribing to get notified as soon as these videos are released. This gives you a head start so you can effectively plan out your trades and make an informed decision. I do have years of trading experience, and my goal is to share my knowledge with you, my viewers, so that you are much more prepared and successful. Thank you for tuning in. I always like to start off with the fundamentals and then just dive deeper into the technical data. I also provide you with action plans for the future so you know what I would do in each scenario as a day trader and a swing trader. So I'll be sure to fill you in there and also make sure that you stick around to the end so you can get my recommendations here on this currency. Please note, this is not financial advice. This video is designed for educational purposes only. Always do your own research. Now let's get started with the fundamentals. GXS or GXShares is the native cryptocurrency of the Gongxinbao GXB blockchain platform. It is a utility token that is needed for transactional purposes on the various applications built within the platform's own blockchain, called GXChain. Today's high is $1.09. Today's low is 67 cents. That's a daily change of approximately 31%. Now, just before we get started, I want to say thank you to my Telegram community for bringing this to my attention. I love covering coins that are unique and well outside of the top 100, so thank you very much again for recommending I cover this. Now, as you can tell, GXS recently wrapped up after a few decreases in price because of the Bitcoin sell-off. However, the past 24 hours has been a completely different story. The price raised up over 30% regardless of Bitcoin staying fairly stagnant in price right now. Resistance level is approximately 99 cents. There is a support level at approximately 84 cents. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the technicals. For my day traders out there, as you can see on the 15-minute chart, GXS jumped out of nowhere today with a strong increase of 30 cents in under 15 minutes. The 50-day moving average just caught up with the price and is a potential support level. The 100-day and 200-day moving averages are a ways off from making a difference, whereas the price is currently trading under VWAP right now, so please wait for confirmation if you're going long. Always wait for confirmation when the price hikes up like it did recently. So here's my action plan as a day trader in today's climate. I would first use the 15-minute chart and wait for the VWAP to be tested before taking position. Based on the recent price volatility, I'd wait at least 30 to 45 minutes for confirmation before taking entry. The first entry point would be waiting for the price to increase above the VWAP and for the 50-day moving average to be tested as well. Preferably both would hold for two 15-minute green bars. Now, if you're new to the channel, I only take entry after confirmation and waiting 30 minutes after a support and resistance line is tested, and that gives me the highest rate of success. If you don't wait for confirmation, you're essentially gambling, and the house always wins. Okay, it will average out and you'll lose eventually. A good trader never gambles. Just trust me on this. I've learned the hard way, so you don't have to. That said, once I receive confirmation, I would take a small entry of approximately 30%. Thereafter, I'd wait and see how the VWAP reacts and if the price continues upward. I would add to my position until the price creates a new resistance line. Usually, a resistance line is going to close with 1 to 2 15-minute red bars. This would be an indication for me to sell a majority of my position, and if the price drops, I sell the remainder. But I'm still green because I only went in a little bit. Now, if the price increases afterwards, I would wait to sell, for a smaller amount to take extra profit. All right. So again, still profitable in this situation. I may not have significant gains, but do not have large losses. On the inverse, if I got the indication the price is going to go down, then I would pay close attention to the support level established by the VWAP and also the support line if it drops below that. Now, if the variance is large enough for it to break and stay under the VWAP line, then I would take a small position and wait for the RSI to indicate if the price is considered overbought. Typically, anything under 45 is a good entry point. I also remember to see if the MACD is trending downward and losing momentum. I would also remember to average down by selling small portions of my total so I can take profits whenever possible. I do this just in case the price corrects itself, which happens a lot. For my swing traders out there, taking a look at the 4-hour chart, you can see the moving averages are getting tested. With the price spiked up, all three moving averages were tested and eventually rejected. The 50-day moving average appears to be the strongest, as the price hasn't broken and stayed above yet. The 100-day and 200-day moving averages will likely be tested soon, so just be mindful of how the price reacts to these two lines, specifically on the 4-hour chart. The RSI is still in good shape, hovering around 55, and the MACD does indicate bullish sentiment, but this could taper off soon. So here's my action plan for trading GXS today, specifically swing trading. If I was feeling bearish, I'd wait until after the RSI is overextended in the 80s and the price hits the resistance level and bounces and holds for just say 2 15-minute red bars. Once I get both indications of a sell signal, I would only put in about 20% of my trade position until I keep getting confirmation it's moving down. I always like to sell in small positions, roughly 20% of the time. This ensures I'm always profitable. And yes, again, you're right, I do miss some opportunities, but I've been burned too many times to go all in, and it just makes a lot more sense to lose less, even though you are essentially gaining less. I get that. For the long position, I would wait for the VWAP on the 5-minute chart to get tested a few times at least. I do this to ensure the price is staying consistent. I would then take a small position of only about 20% after the price bounces off the VWAP and closes above for no less than 30 minutes. I'm sure you're probably seeing a common trend here. 30 minutes is essentially the sweet spot. The next indicator I would use is to see if the resistance level of 99 cents is being tested. Once the resistance level is tested, I would wait for confirmation before adding to my position. If I get good confirmation and the price stays above for just say another 30 minutes or close to, I would then add approximately 50% to my position and then start taking profit as I get closer to my goal. Please understand, I would have set a target well in advance, and this is something you probably want to start getting used to if you haven't already. For swing trading, I typically shoot for anywhere between 5 to 10%. As a day trader, just so you know, 1 to 3% is a pretty solid goal. Please note, you must be patient with aggressive price increases like we saw recently. If the price does the same thing again, you need to know how to react, and that is to be patient and not jump in when the price jumps up. Large green bars are attractive. You want to get in. The fear of missing out is a powerful thing, but don't do it. It's not worth it. And just don't gamble, right? You don't want to jump in arbitrarily. You want to do your research and make sure you take exact, precise entries, right? You must have a plan and always wait for confirmation. Now, I was happy to analyze this because I do feel like it's a good opportunity for newer traders to possibly learn from my mistakes. Many years ago, I used to gamble and wish for the best when trading volatile stocks. It literally kicked my ass, and I eventually got tired of taking large losses. I often started a trade as a day trade and then held on until the price recovered. Can you guess what happened? It never recovered. This rarely worked. So if you're going to take any advice from this, please never make a short-term day or swing trade a long position in hopes of the price recovering. I know a lot of us are kind of doing that right now with the price of Bitcoin dropping. We kind of have to. But if you are actively trading something and the price goes south on you, you gotta suck it up and take your loss. It's better off taking a loss early than waiting for something that may never happen. Again, you'll hear me say this a lot. The key to being a profitable trader is to essentially learn from your mistakes and to survive to trade another day. Trust me, you can do this. That being said, if you did find benefit from this content, please consider liking and subscribing, and please let me know your thoughts and if there's anything else I can do to improve your trading experience. I have other videos that are more specific, where you actually follow along on the charts, and I go through action plans, best entry points, and predictions that way. And then there's also other reviews that I do for specific coins that I find to be favorites, things I like a lot, that I cover to ensure you understand more specifically the fundamental data. Either way, feel free to get engaged on our Telegram community. We have a fantastic community there, also available on Instagram or Twitter. Links on the description below. Also, comment below and please let me know, what positions you're holding. What else can we do to help you out? I say we, metaphorically, we're all in this together, right? So again, comment below. Let's all grow together and build our wealth. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.